Next, chi-square goodness of fit test for binomial distribution. Chi-square goodness of fit test for binomial distribution. Problem: a set of 5 coins is tossed 1600 times. The number of tails appearing each time is noted. The results are given below. Okay. Number of tails 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Frequency 40, 280, 550, 460, 240, 30. That is occurring 0 tails 40 times, occurring 1 tails 280 times, occurring 2 tails 550 times, occurring 3 tails 460 times, occurring 4 tails 240 times, occurring 5 tails 30 times. Test the hypothesis that the coins are unbiased. Okay, means fair. So this is a problem. Solution: noted that there are two possibilities, success and failure, that is occurring tail and occurring head. So that's why these problems follow binomial distribution. Okay, now solution. First we will set hypothesis. Null hypothesis H naught. We assume the coins are unbiased. The coins are unbiased. Okay, that is the coins are unbiased means probability of tail in single toss, that is probability of tail in single toss P equal to half, and similarly probability of head in single toss, this is also equal to half. Probability of head in single toss, this is also equal to half, this is Q, and P plus Q equal to 1, that is half plus half equal to 1. Okay, and alternative hypothesis becomes complement of the statement. This is alternative hypothesis becomes complement of the statement, that is the coins are not unbiased. The coins are not unbiased. Okay, we know that for binomial distribution probability of bias success is NCI P to the power I Q to the power n minus I. Okay, so recall or note, for binomial distribution probability of bias success is P equal to X equal to I NCI P to the power I Q to the power n minus I, where I equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 dot dot n. Okay, where n is a positive integer and p be two parameters of this binomial distribution, where q equal to p plus q equal to 1 and p is the probability of success in each try. Okay, here n equal to 5 coin tossed, so here n equal to 5. So in this problem here n equal to 5, p equal to half, q also equal to half, p equal to half and q equal to half. So putting this value we get, therefore x equal to y, n means half 5 ci, p means half to the power I, q also equal to half to the power 5 minus I. Okay, that is 5 ci half to the power I into half to the power 5 minus I, that is half to the power 5. Clear? Where I running from 0, 1, 2 dot dot 5, n means 5. Next we will find expected frequencies. So formula of expected frequency is total number of frequency into total frequency into probability. So formula of expected frequency is n into p. Here p equal to x equal to r. N means total frequency into probability. So formula of this is the formula of expected frequency. So formula of expected frequency is total frequency into probability. Okay. So here total frequency, this plus this plus this plus this plus this. This is 1600. Okay. So 40 plus 280 plus 550 plus 460 plus 240 plus 30, that is 1600. So this is total frequency. So 1600 into p equal to x equal to xi. This is this 5ci half to the power 5. Okay. So this is the formula of expected frequency at I. So 1600 1 by 2 to the power 5, that is 1 by 32 into 5ci. So after calculation we get this is 55ci. Okay, this is 55ci. So this is the formula of expected frequency. Therefore x equal to y equal to 55ci. Okay. So this is the formula. Then the expected frequencies are the expected frequencies are first when I equal to 0, x equal to 0, then 50 into 5c0. So 5c0 equal to 1, so this is equal to 50. Next, expected frequency when I equal to 1. When I equal to 1, then x equal to 1, that is 50 into 5c1. 5c1, that is 5c1 means 5, and 5 into 50 means 250. Okay. Next, expected frequency when x equal to 2, when x equal to this 2, then expected frequency 50 into 5c2, 5c2, that is 5c2 means 100. Okay, 5c2 means this means factorial 5 by factorial 2 factorial into 3 factorial. So 5 factorial means 5 into 4 into 3 factorial, so, and 2 factorial means 2 into 3 factorial. So 5c2 means 10. Sorry, 5c2 means 10, not 100. So 5c2 means 10. So 10 into 50, this is 500. Okay. Next, expected frequency when I equal to 3. When I equal to 3, so expected frequency when x equal to 3, that is 50 into 5c3. The value of 5c3 is also 10. Okay, so 50 into 10 means this is also 500. Okay. Next, similarly expected frequency of 4. Expected frequency of 4 equal to 50 into 5c4. 5c4 means 5, that is 5 into 50 means 250. Next, expected frequency of 5. So expected frequency of 5, that is 50 into 5c5. So 5c5, value of 5c5 equal to 1. This is equal to 50. Okay. So these are expected frequencies. Now we will construct a table. So this is a table I. So I takes value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So y corresponding expected frequency, observed frequency. So 40, when I equal to 0, 40 is the observed frequency corresponding 0. So this is 280 corresponding 1. So 550, 460 corresponding 3. So 460, 240 and 30. EI. So expected frequency of 40 is when I equal to 0. So when I equal to 0, then expected frequency is 50. So when I equal to 0, expected frequency is 50. When I equal to 1, then expected frequency, when I equal to 1, expected frequency 250. This is 250. When I equal to 2, expected frequency is, I equal to 2, expected frequency 500. When I equal to 3, then expected frequency is, this is also 500. When I equal to 4, then expected frequency is 250. 250. When I equal to 5, then expected frequency 50. 50. Okay. Next, y minus ei. So 40 minus 50, this is minus 10. 280 minus 250, this is 30. 550 minus 500, this is 50. 460 minus 500, this is minus 40. 240 minus 250, this is minus 10. 30 minus 50, this is minus 20. Okay. Y minus ei whole square by ei, that is minus 10 whole square by 50. So minus 10 whole square by 50, this is 2. Okay. Similarly, 30 whole square by 250, we get 3.6. Similarly, 50 whole square by 500, we get 5. Similarly, minus 40 whole square by 500, we get 3.2. Minus 10 whole square by 250, we get 0.4. Minus 20 whole square by 50, we get 8. Okay. Now, summation y equal to 40 plus 280 plus 550 plus 460 plus 240 plus 30. So this is equal to 1600. Similarly, summation ei equal to 50 plus 250 plus 500 plus 500 plus 250 plus 50. This is also equal to 1600. Next, y minus ei whole square by ei. So this is equal to 2 plus 3.6 plus 5 plus 3.2 plus 0.4 plus 8. This is equal to 22.2. Okay. So this is the value of chi-square. So formula of chi-square is summation over I y minus ei whole square by ei. So this is equal to 22.2. This is the calculated value of chi-square. And please remember, degrees of freedom for binomial distribution is total number of frequency minus 1. So degree of freedom for binomial distribution is total number of frequency minus 1. So here total number of frequency 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So total number of frequency is 6. So 6 minus 1, this is 5. Okay. So here total number of frequency is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So degrees of freedom is 5. Also here we consider 5% level of significance. So here level of significance alpha equal to 5%, that is 0.05. Okay. So tabulated value of chi-square at 5% level of significance with 5 degrees of freedom is this. So tabulated value of chi-square at 5 level of significance with 5 degrees of freedom, this 11.070. Okay, so 11.070 is the value of tabulated value of chi-square at 5% level of significance with 5 degrees of freedom. This is 11.070. Okay, so tabulated value of chi-square at 5% level of significance with 5 degrees of freedom is 11.070. Okay, next decision. Since this is the calculated value of chi-square, this is tabulated value of chi-square. Since 22.2 greater than 11.070, that is implies calculated value of chi-square greater than tabulated value of chi-square. Since calculated value of calculated chi-square greater than tabulated chi-square, so therefore null hypothesis rejected and alternative hypothesis accepted. Since calculated value of chi-square greater than tabulated value of chi-square, so null hypothesis is rejected and alternative hypothesis is accepted. Since alternative hypothesis is accepted, that is the coins are not unbiased. Therefore, the coins are not unbiased. Okay. Next figure. For 5 degrees of freedom, the graph of chi-square becomes this. Okay. So this is critical or tabulated value. So critical or tabulated value at 5% level of significance with 5 degrees of freedom is 11.070. This is 11.070. And calculated value, this is calculated value 22.2. So 22.2 lies in this region, 22.2. So that's why we reject null hypothesis. This is rejection region. So area in this region is this, and this is remaining portion. Area of remaining portion is 0.9. This is accepted region. This is rejection region. Since calculated value of chi-square is 22.2, so 22.2 lies in this region. So that's why we reject null hypothesis. Okay. Okay. So this is the required result.